on here, man? I got five. Hey, listen, bro. I got 5G and everything, man. I got the 5G. I got the 5G. How my drink was acting up on me, man? Damn. I'm about to say, oh hell, the joke's about to be rampant now, man. Hey yo, the jokes is about to be crazy, Rod. Hey yo, man. Oh man, but yeah, I'm on. What's good with you, bro?
What's up with you, son?
Hey man, ain't too much, man, out here trying to survive like everybody else, you know.
Surviving the corona and all that, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy out here, man. Hey, listen though, bro. I guess things are starting to ease up, man. I was able to get a cut today, brother. Like, I was able to get a cut today, man. So.
Why don't you get that Zeke?
Oh yeah, well, you know, man. Like, well, first, you know, you don't know too much about Zeke, bro. Yo, oh man. What's man? Well, first, congratulations on the podcast, man. I know you started it a while ago. It seemed like you're starting to back up, man. And it looked like you're trying to do some things with it, man.
You know, other engagements had me tied down, so I couldn't really.
Yeah. You got a little free time now.
Yeah, I got free time to mess around with it, you know.
Hey, that's what's up. So all right, so let me get something straight. I can't curse, right?
Yeah, they do, because you know, kids and parents watching.
Okay, all right. So let me go my professional way, you know. Hey, you know, let me get professional with it, and I'm trying to carry through the best of my abilities without the cursing. Yeah, Mark, I engaged, bro. Listen, it was some. Mark, I got 5G, brother. I got 5G. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But you know, but we out. So what we talking about, man? Like I'm ready, man. We can talk about it from wherever you want to start at, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, just start them off with your story, man. How it began, man. You know, we started Dellsburg Middle, man.
Well, yeah, man. Me, you know, from North. You know what I mean? Like me and you, we go back. We got some heavy years in, brother. You know what I mean? We getting close to 30 years in, brother. You know what I mean? So we go back. You know what I mean? Met you, Velsburg Middle. I just moved up that way. You know what I mean? I'm from NCC in North. So, you know what I mean, I moved up that way, transferred, and you know what I mean, it was a whole new world for me from the standpoint of trying to, I don't know, just fit in a new area, meet new people, all that stuff. So, you know, because I was already, you know, not connected, but just like, you know, a staple where I was from or whatever, just familiar with everybody. Family grew up around that area, Central Ward or whatever. So, you know,
used to be heavy new community.
Yeah. So going down the hill for me going up the hill for me was a little. It was different, but you know what I mean. We adjusted, and as far you know, with Velsburg Middle, and you know what I mean, going there and getting into basketball was never like. People like that, you know what I mean? We've been through with the years through basketball, stuff like that, been playing ball forever. You know what I mean? Like for me, I didn't really start playing ball until I got to Velsburg or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I was always athletic and active, you know what I'm saying? So you know, catching on to something wasn't gonna be a problem, but like skill wise, I never was that guy. So once I started playing at Velsburg Middle, man, I was learning the game. You know what I mean? And you know, a bunch of y'all that was already there, and you know what I mean, was familiar with it and playing. I was just, you know, I was playing behind y'all, trying to pick up, trying to learn. You know what I mean? What it was, you know, how to play the game. Hey, Rod, man. Hey, listen, Rod. Listen, Rod. You was ahead of your time, Rod. You was ahead of your time. Hey, bro, listen. Listen, you was the only one that was playing a game here, and then you was off for 2 games because you was playing AAU. Like you was, like you was the only one that was really plugged in out there. Like it was late for us.
To make it clear, I got taken off a couple times. Classroom issues. My mom took me off.
Oh, okay. But you was going in and out playing AAU games. Like Perry's like, yeah, Sherrod ain't coming. He got AAU. They used to be hot. Hey, facts, right, Mark? Yeah, it used to be hot, but
it ain't about me.
Close the door, buddy. Close the door. But Rod, you was ahead of your time though, bro. Like you was highly skilled. You was already growing. You know what I mean? Like I was confused. Like even going in, like I was confused because like you know when they separate the guards and the big men. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? Like all right, the guards go down there. My boy Rod gonna be with me down here. We're doing these big men. Nigga, Rod down, brother Rod down there with the guards doing the ball handling. I'm like, what? He out here doing these ball handling drills. You know what I mean? Like, well, at the middle, you know what I mean? You still was tall. You didn't get to the 6 feet, you know, the 6, 7, and 8 range or whatever. But, you know, as we grew, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, man, this dude is really skilled. Like, he was the first person I saw at a big size that was displaying guard skills back in the 90s. It wasn't that. Because when, you know, if you big, you down on the block, brother. And you was out there. So this your podcast, so I just want to give you your flowers real quick. I just want to give you your flowers real quick. You know what I mean? Like you you know what I mean? You have some skills, man. But yeah, man, Velsburg, man, like you know what I mean? It was a bunch of dudes there. There's some dudes that was real skilled. We had, you know, Wallace. Well, for the 7th grade, Lamont. He you know what I mean? He was that guy. You know what I mean? We was in 7th grade. You know what I mean?
Lamont, man.
Yeah. God bless his dad, man. Mont was tough, man. He was real tough. Like that boy used to get to it.
He was supposed to go sing.
Yeah, he was. Well, didn't something happen where since they had Aunt Perry, he ended up going there?
Yeah. Something about Aunt Perry. He didn't want to come.
Yeah, but listen. Mont was tough, boy. Like
that might have changed his life. He went there.
Yeah. He should have still ended up going there, man. You know what I mean? It might have been something else, whatever, man. But no, Mont was tough, man. And then, you know, that next year, you know, Wiles kind of took the reins. While he was out here jocking though, but Wally Wallace, man, he was out here. He was doing what he needed to do.
Yeah,
you know, man. I don't know who just came in here and murdered me, whatever. But I'm gonna hold off on that, whatever. But
chill, old murderer right now.
No, but yeah, man. We did our thing. Kyrie, man, he was a stud. You know what I mean? And again, I was just playing, learning as y'all was, you know what I mean, doing y'all thing. Mark Jarrell was on the team. You know what I mean? You know, there's a lot of other people, whatever. So as it got to finding out what schools we're gonna go to, you know what I mean? We started to find out what schools we're gonna go. You already had it down pat. He was like, yeah, I'm going to St. Pat's in Elizabeth. I didn't know what that was. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what schools was. I'm thinking like I guess I'm going to West Side. You know what I mean? That's what I figured. I was like, I guess I'm going to West Side. Then you know what I mean? Rufus, you know what I mean, from Good Counsel, one of the coaches over there, whatever, he started like, you know, picking up and following me and whatever. He saw I was big and active and he was trying to get me to go to Good Counsel. You know what I mean? So I was about to go, you know, they linked up with John Streeter. We got tight, Samad, like, and we was all gonna go there, you know what I mean, at one point. And I remember we went to a St. Ant camp in the summer, going into like before we going into it wasn't even in summer. We went to some camp like during the year or whatever, and we was you know playing and working out whatever, and like they actually liked me or whatever, but I ain't think nothing of it whatever. I'm thinking I'm not going to Jersey City to play no high school basketball. Like, I'm not doing that whatever. But I didn't think St. Pat's was something until like you started coming in with all the gear. You started coming to school with all the gear, right? So Rod started coming to school with all the gear. St. Pat's sneakers. I'm like, all right. Like, he's like, yeah, I got these for free. I'm like, for free?
I ain't tell you that.
I'm like, for free? I'm like, what you mean? They just giving out clothes? They giving out tracksuits? They giving out sneakers? I'm like, you really get this for free? Listen, we listen, bro. We from the mud. Like, I ain't never hear about getting up for free. So I'm like, for free?
It was them John Starks I got that did it.
Yo, I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, all right, dang, he going somewhere official. You put me up on you put me up on Rod D. Like you know, showing the paper these dudes that was good, and obviously Shaheen, whatever. So I'm like, oh man, this looked like a good high school. First thing I thought was like, this is a good high school. I can't play here. Like, so I'm like, all right, well. I can't play here, so whatever. You know, good luck. My boy gonna do his thing over there. You know what I mean? So, what was that? What was the joint that we used to play in? I think when the season might have been over, and we was playing in some league, yo. I don't know.
Camden Middle School.
Camden Middle. We was playing in Camden Middle, whatever. And
Frisco Father was the rep.
Yeah, we was playing in Camden Middle, whatever. And by that time, I started to become confident in basketball. I didn't have real skills, whatever, but I was starting to catch the ball. I was starting to finish my layups. I was getting confident in ball or whatever. So we playing in some league in Camden Middle, and Boyle came to see you. And I must have had a good game. I probably was just active, running, rebounding, beating everybody up the court.
We played Broadway.
Yeah, like something like that. And I just had a good game. So
you had a kid seeing the big kid Thomas.
Okay. So he saw me, hollered at me at the end of the game or whatever. I'm like, he's like, yeah, you know, Sherrod's coming to my school, this, that, and other. You know, I'm Kevin Boyle. Threw me the whole pitch. I'm like, you want me to come? I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like,
because that's what we used to play at the Roadrunners on the weekends.
Yeah.
And the kids used to tell about Thomas. And Thomas was like the biggest kid in North at that time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
he came to see us, and he seen you.
Yeah. So my thing was, all I heard was St. Patrick. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm Muslim. My family Muslim. Everybody in my family Muslim, whatever. So all I know is it's a Catholic school. So I'm thinking, and my father was still alive at the time. So I'm thinking, like, ain't no way in heck I'm gonna get my parents. I'm gonna convince my parents to let me go to a Catholic school, whatever. I said, it just ain't happening. You know what I mean? But this was happening around a time when stuff was happening in Irvington, and stuff was happening in West Side, where teachers was getting beat up and all this wild stuff that was happening down there, whatever, right? So it was all in the papers. It was all in the papers and all that stuff, right? So I pulled a slick move on mine. Show the articles of that stuff. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know. Like I'm about to go here. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go here. I don't know if this is like, you know what I mean, this is gonna be cool or not or whatever. You know what I mean? So my mother was looking at it, but first she was like, man, you'll be fine. Just like it just happens. I'm like, I don't know. Then Boyle ended up coming to the house, coming to my mom's house, and talking. Then around that time, my father was sick, so he was in the hospital or whatever. But Boyle came to talk to my mom. And man, Boyle laid it on thick, man. He you know what I mean? He was able to tell her whatever he needed, whatever she wanted to hear. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be able to pay. I ain't gonna have to pay. I ain't gonna have to do this, that, and the other. Like the whole spiel, whatever. So I'm like, all right. So my mom was convinced. She was like, all right, I just got to run it by your father, and my father was cool with it. You can hear me? Okay, yeah. So Pops was cool with it, man. And you know what I mean? So it was like, all right, we on. Boyle told Boyle said some lies that we had to figure out once we got there. Not about that, like as far as but it was on some like the curriculum. like on the curriculum. He told my mom, like, when she was like, she had some concerns about religion class, whatever. He's like, what are y'all gonna be teaching in that? And he was like, oh, they're gonna teach about all religions. He was like, oh, they gonna teach about all religions. It ain't just this. He said, no, it's just the name of the class or whatever. He was saying a bunch of stuff, whatever, that definitely wasn't the thing. He told them I wasn't gonna have to go to church, like the churches that we had to do, whatever. He's like, yo, I wasn't gonna have to go to church. He told my mother, so my mother was like, all right, so he good then. He can go. Man, go there and find out. I'm gonna get detention if I don't go to church. I ain't gonna get. I'm like, yo. But I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna even tell my mother when I go home. I'm just gonna deal with it, man. I just do whatever, man.
Father Dennis.
Oh, that's my boy right there. Father Dennis, my guy, man. Listen, Father Dennis, my guy. So yeah, man. So look, we can transition to something else, but I always tell people this story, yo. I always tell people this story when I went to St. Pat's practice. Me and you went. Your mom might have drove us up there, dropped us off. And it was the summertime. Yeah. It was the summertime from 8th grade going into 9th. Yo, yeah. I never forget that moment I walked in that gym, yo. And I never felt so out of place in my entire life, bro. I never felt so out of place in my life, yo. I walked in the gym. Remember, when we got there, it was all seniors. Kev Pleasant, yeah. Quabir, Malik, Reggie, P-Bone, yeah. Right? You know, Roddy. You know, Winston was big as hell as a junior. Shaw was already cocky because he was older. You know what I mean? So we was the only ones that was like, we was the new class coming in. There was no sophomores. There was like,
it was just us.
Yeah. So I never forget walking in that gym and everybody had their shirt off, running up and down, sweating. And everybody looked so fast, yo. It just like, everybody was just jumping out the gym fast. And I'm looking, yo, I was looking at this jump. I'm like, yo.
This high school?
I'm like, yo, where the hell am I at, bro? I'm like, yo, I can't play here. I'm like, yo, I'm not good enough. I cannot play here, yo. Yo, that now I say, yo, I gotta go to West Side, bro. Like, I was like, yo, I ain't gonna never play here, bro. I was like, yo, this, like, I can't compete with this. Like, these dudes big as hell. I was like, yo, they jumping out the gym. Everybody can dribble. Everybody can shoot. I'm like, yo, what is this, yo?
That's what Roddy and T-Bone used to show off in the gym.
Man, that's before Roddy put that weight on, man. God bless the dead, man. Roddy was my guy too, man. But man, Roddy used to jump out the gym, man. Man, I heard about the story with him and Rasheed Wallace going at it, dunking on each other, all that stuff, man. Hey, yo, man. So
Roddy was that deal, man.
Yeah, T-Bone jumping out the gym. And Reg had buddies too.
Yeah, Reggie had buddies and shot. Can't forget.
And shoot that. Like everybody was good. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, man, I can't play here, bro. I never been shocked in a moment walking into a gym like that in my life. Like, I'm like, yo, this is different, yo. Like this, before I even got on the court and guarded anybody, I knew I was at a different place. I said, yo, this is different right here. I don't know how I'm gonna play. It was, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Obviously, we had to go through, you know, the that stuff or whatever. So that was a good buffer. Varsity, you know. I mean, I know I didn't play 1 minute of varsity my freshman year. I dressed, but you know what I mean? I didn't play 1 minute, but and that was good. That was good. Hey, there's another little bit or whatever. But you can see, you good?
Yeah,
you can see me? Okay, because your thing was like
No,
kind of breaking up, whatever. We skipping a little bit or whatever, but I remember we dressed and went down to South Carolina, and when we played Antoine Jameson and that team, whatever, right?
oh, yeah,
And
yeah. Oh,
Antoine had 40 on us. He had 40 on us. Like he was killing us. All I remember was hearing him growl every time he got a rebound and dunked it. He was like he dunked on everybody. Nobody could stop him. But we
okay.
beat him. But we beat him. But yeah, but here's the story that I be telling people about that game, whatever. Right? We beat him. We was up a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? So then, but Antoine was still in the game. They ain't take him out. Boyle started looking down the bench, right? Like looking to see if he can get people in. He was looking, he kept looking at me. He kept looking at me. I'm like, Boyle, you better not put me in there.
Yo. I got a story like that when we played Oak Hill. And we played Ron Mercer and them. They had all 6'11" dudes. I'm the tallest dude on the team. He looked down the bench. I'm looking like, yo, you better.
Yo, don't you dare put me in this game, bro. I am not ready for this type of action.
We had 7 players that game, too. I'm looking like,
oh, yeah. Story leading up from, Wellsburg Middle, going into like, going into, high school, St. Pat's, and, that's another story all in itself right there. Depends on where you want to go with that. But that was the beginning of, basketball. And then, basketball, once we got to St. Pat's, that became a job. It was all year round, and you had to compete. You had to compete, man. Like everybody, it was always somebody behind you looking to take your spot, and you had to be trying to take somebody's spot, and you had to be getting better, or you wasn't gonna play, or you was gonna end up transferring, or something was gonna happen that like you was gonna have to, like really make your mark. You had to find your niche and see like, all right, they don't need scoring from me, so how can I stay? How can I get in this game? You know what I mean? So.
yeah.
That was that right there, man.
As we go through it, though, man, you was known as a high flyer.
I had a little bounce.
We gonna talk about the time and give you a little boost.
Wait, you broke. Wait. Oh, you talking about the Kobe thing?
Yeah.
So
I had to suit my man up to go. Right?
all right, so look, so that's sophomore year, right? So I just started to get my bunnies a little bit. I just started to get athletic and start jumping or whatever, right? So I jumped. And I can dunk, and I would try to take off far and stuff, but I never worked on dunks. I never practiced dunks. I never did. I could do a back dunk. I could do 360. I can take off from the dots. I could do the basic stuff. You know what I mean? But I didn't have dunks. Like I didn't have a bunch of joints or whatever.
Yeah.
So. What they did was the people that ran slam dunk to the beach, they would look during the layup lines of each game and see who dunking, see who jumping high, see whatever. So I guess they saw me and was like, all right, can he be in the dunk contest? And in this dunk contest, you had Lester Earl, and you had two other people, and you had myself, and you had Bean, you had Kobe Bryant. So Kobe Bryant was there. So Kobe Bryant and Lester Earl. So these were Kobe Bryant was one of the top players in the country at that time. He wasn't number one at that point. Lester Earl was top 5 in that country. You know what I mean? And first of all, Kobe tore that whole tournament up. Like his team wasn't that good, but he yeah, man. Yeah, you could tell Kobe was different back then. You know what I mean? You could tell he was a different dude. He carried himself different. He had his family there with him. His sister was there. Different stories. But We ain't gonna go there. But we ain't gonna go there. Maybe another podcast.
Yeah,
But
that's late night edition. But
yeah. But freaking so yeah, you know what I mean? So the dunk contest or whatever. So I was all right to do it at first. I was like, all right, cool. But then when I found out, like, I wasn't even worried about Kobe. It was Lester Earl. I was like, yo, I was like, damn, Lester Earl in this joint? Yeah, I'm like, oh man. But then you know, we already knew about Lester, but then finding out what Kobe can do, it was like, oh man. So I started to get cold feet. I started to get cold feet. I'm like, man, I ain't getting in this contest, man. Heck no. You know what I mean? so
I'm gonna tell you the whole story. We had practice. Kobe came to watch us practice that day. And,
yeah. Because him and Shaw was good.
Yeah. And we going back in the locker room to change. Boyle comes in and say, "Hey, Sue, I put you in the dunk contest tonight. You look." Y'all standing behind.
You started laughing. You started laughing and started gassing. He's like, oh!
Yep. You just stood there and looked like, for real? Oh, man.
Yo, I was all right with it at first.
Ain't no dunking. Yeah.
Hey, yo, I was all right with it at first.
Go out there and do that one behind your back. Do that one behind
my little left hand leaner. My little left hand leaner. That's yo, I didn't practice dunks. I just tried to dunk on you. So I didn't have none. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, let me tell you something about. Yo, let me tell you something about that joint. I don't even remember dunks I did. I just remember watching Kobe. Yo, I don't even remember joints I did. I just remember watching Kobe and Lester go at it. Yo. And there was another little short dude that had bounce. I don't know his name. There was some other short dude that had bounce. He had some dunks too. But
yeah, he was from South Carolina.
Yeah. But whatever I did, whatever I did, and that was it. I just remember watching them. You know what I mean? But
that just went on for like 20 minutes between them. They wouldn't stop.
Yeah, they kept going. I'm like, all right, well, good. Ain't nobody worry about what I'm doing. So let me. Yo, but that was dope though, man. Like that was dope. And it's crazy. Anytime you try to find footage of that, it's just them two. They don't show. Ain't nobody else in that joint. It's just them two.
Yeah, they ain't got you.
Nah. So I tell people about it, but I know people be like, this dude lying or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's all over the years I stopped really telling people about that joint. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, you know, I ain't gonna sit here and waste my breath. Nobody ain't gonna believe me. I was in the dunk contest with Kobe. But I was pretty insignificant in that joint, though, I'll tell you that much.
I think you dunked before Kobe went.
Huh?
I think Kobe went after you. I think Kobe dunked after you.
What? He didn't have a hard show to follow. I'll tell you that much. Hey Rod, I don't remember what dunks I did. I have no idea what dunks I did.
I told you, I gave you the dunk. I said, go out there and do that touch the back. Come on, sit down, baby. Because Kobe got this tonight.
Got it in the bag. I'm telling. Hey, Rod, I was worried about Lester Earl, man. I thought Lester Earl was gonna be that dude that was going to steal the show, but he did his thing though.
I was like, ain't nobody here to see you, man. They here to see Kobe.
No, not at all. I wish they had the phones out then. I'd have been on there at some point.
Yeah. Shoot. How are we gonna forget about that Mike Bibby at Myrtle Beach, man?
Mike Bibby and the whole shot and the shot debate.
Yeah.
Hey yo, listen. This thing would be long when we talk about all these stories, but that Mike Bibby thing was hilarious, man. Like it was a big debate around that '96 year about who's the best point guard in the country between Mike Bibby and Shaheem Holloway. So Like Bibby from West Coast. I think it was more publications that had him number one. You know what I mean?
He was with Nike.
Yeah. So they had more people that had him number one in the rankings more than Shy or whatever. But it was people that in the East or whatever, obviously that cat for Shy or whatever. But this dude Kyle, man, Kyle Domi, y'all. Yo, man, this dude is a maniac, yo. I just remember, yo, because we sponsored by McDonald's, man. Everybody had the McDonald's in that cafeteria. That's all we was eating, yo. Mad burgers or whatever. This dude Kyle went across the room, went to find that dude Mike Bibby. He's like, yo, so you think you better? You think you better than Shy, yo? Yo, Bibby looked at him like, is this guy serious?
This guy serious? Y'all serious?
He's like, this guy serious? But Kyle started wilding. He started saying something to him because we all got in trouble for that.
Yeah, because he told somebody.
Yeah, but because Kyle was threatening, because Kyle started threatening him or some shit like that. Said he'd slap him or something like that.
He told the coaches, St. Pat's boys.
Yo, that dude Mike Bibby snitched on us, yo.
He did, boy. He did. He went and told somebody.
Mike Bibby been a snitch, man.
His boy definitely came back and said something, man. Like,
yo, we got in trouble. Yeah, he said something to all. I'm like, yeah, he say that. It's Kyle crazy self, man.
You guys messing with Mike Bibby.
Oh man, nah, but look, man, listen, man. I tell people, man, especially like, you know what I mean, that freshman and sophomore year, because freshman year we saw Steph go at it with Shy, you know what I mean, that legendary game. Kevin Garnett was at the game. I remember seeing this tall dude with all these parts in his head, and you know what I mean.
Up with my dad in the hallway.
Yup, man. Like that.
Like who this tall joker?
That's Kevin Garnett. He's mad slim, tall as heck, man. And just running, like just seeing all those people, like seeing Vince down in Florida, seeing Antoine, listen, man, we can go on for days. You know what I mean? The whole Tim Thomas stuff. We had our run-ins with Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
It was a lot, man. We seen a lot of them dudes that was stars in the league or stars in college that we had to run up on. We had to run against, man. That was a experience right there, man. Like I remember. Huh?
I said you got to talk about playing alongside the man, Al Harrington, man. You got to talk about that.
Yeah, man. Like, hey, yo, listen, man. Listen, bro. Listen, Al's story is crazy, man. Because I tell people this stuff all the time about Al, man.
I got to get him on walk and talk, but I might have to go through you.
What happened?
I said I got to get him on walk that talk one day, but I might have to use your plug, man.
Listen, I know freaking. I tell this about like about Al all the time, whatever, and you probably agree with me on this stuff, yo. When Al got there sophomore year, we was better than
Al. Next subject.
No. I'm saying no. Like basketball, sophomore year, we were better than Al. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with saying that. Like he didn't develop yet. Yeah, I say that. Like he didn't develop yet. You know what I mean? Like you figure, like you know what I mean? He was kind of clumsy. He'll tell you. like I'm pretty sure he'll tell you. You know what I mean? Like he was clumsy. He just wasn't figuring it out. But he was like his work ethic was crazy. His work. Listen, I had no work ethic.
Yeah.
I had no work ethic. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like for all the coaches that said, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna wish that you did this. I knew what they was talking about now. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? Like I knew what they was talking about now as an adult, but yeah, I wish I had his work ethic or whatever. You know what I mean? But like, his work ethic was crazy. He wanted it.
Football, yeah, the football work ethic.
Yeah, he wanted it, man. So he would work tirelessly, and that jump, because our sophomore year, which was Sean Winston's senior year, you know what I mean, we didn't do that great, you know what I mean, because we just nobody developed yet, you know what I mean. We were still young, you know what I mean. Nobody developed yet, or whatever. But his jump, like, 'cause nobody knew who was gonna be the man that once they left, you know what I mean. They brought Corey in, you know what I mean. But I thought Jermaine was gonna be the man. I thought it was gonna be Jermaine's team. You know what I mean? Like, because Jermaine was the only one I was seeing real time as a freshman. You know what I mean? Like, between us three. Because our freshman class was me, you, Jermaine Clark. You know what I mean? And Jermaine was the only one I was seeing real time as a freshman. You know what I mean? So that sophomore year, Jermaine started from the gate. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, all right, it's only natural that it's going to be Jermaine's team. He got 2 years of solid, playing time at a high level, and he did well. He defended well. So I'm thinking about, like, our jump was incredible. Like, I remember seeing. I remember playing. It was in gym class. Our gym classes used to be rocking. Rocking. Our gym classes used to be rocking. It used to be rocking. It used to be rocking because of the people who wasn't on the team that was nice. You know what I mean? So, I you know what I mean? I had no idea that Al improved on his game that much.
Yeah.
I'm guarding him, and Jermaine knew, but I didn't know. I'm guarding him, whatever. I'm backing up. I hear Jermaine talking like, all right, shoot his head off. He's shooting that shit. Bop, 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 banging on. I'm like, when he start shooting threes? I'm like, where this come from? So then I'm playing on him. He started dribbling on me, like going to the rack dunk. I said, hold up.
Sandy, man.
I'm like, hold up. This dude a little different. This dude got a little different. He got stronger. You know what I mean? He slimmed down. He ain't got that baby fat on him no more. I'm like, all right, this dude different, man. So, like, I took that jump. Corey came in. He was a monster. You know what I mean? Like, so then we went from there, man. You know what I mean? And then after that, that next year, you left. Maurice left. You know what I mean? Corey graduated. You know what I mean? Things changed, but I just kept evolving. You know what I mean? We got Sam in there. Jerome got involved. Ball evolved. You know what I mean? And I grew into my body. You know what I mean? Defensively, I was something to be reckoned with. I was gonna finish. I was gonna dunk, and we ran through the state, brother. We ran through that state, man. Like,
I was there, man.
Listen, man, we should. I always, like, people think like wonder, because we lost 3 games that year, and Florida, we probably should have only lost 1 game. The 1 game that we lost in Florida in the championship. You know what I mean, in Fort Myers, whatever. It was hard. It was always hard to play down there because they was already like 10, 15 games in, and those was our first games going to Florida, whatever. So that team, they beat us, whatever. They beat us probably about double digits, like 15, 14 points or whatever. But everybody else, we ain't had no business losing to.
Some teams been playing in November by the time you get down
there. Yeah, man. We lost at the Garden to Hargrave with Coleon Young. And we should have won that game. We should have won that joint, man. That we let that one slip out or whatever. But we fouled them. We fouled Coleon out there. I had a heck of a game in the Garden, man. I was balling in the Garden, bro. Yeah, man. Now and then we lost to Mater Dei in California. I broke my. I didn't travel out there. I was out with a broken nose, whatever. I caught it in City Hall or whatever. Freaking Curry and jump, do forearm elbow me in the nose when going up for a rebound. Broke my joint, whatever. So I was out for that game, whatever. And them dudes got and the dude Sam Dellenberg was playing in my place, so you figure that's a better replacement, whatever this league, you know what I mean? They should, but them dudes wasn't passing him the ball, so he got mad. The dude wasn't passing him the ball, so he got mad and he was letting them score. He was letting their big man score. That big man was only like 6'5". He's letting them score, man. They ended up losing out there. Yo, they was pissed off coming back. I remember I ended up coming back early. I was like, all right, let me just come back. Hey, this dude Sam be too emotional or whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. So from there, so from there, man, I freaking I did it's time to figure out what school we're gonna go to. You know what I mean? And I ended up going to Caldwell College or whatever. So here's the story with that, right? Because a lot of people never understood why in the world that I ended up going to that school.
I remember you telling me, but I'll let you tell it. I know why you
people didn't understand. And people may still not understand, but let me tell you why. It's real simple why I went there.
I know why you went.
Real simple. It comes down to two things. I've always been a realist about me and basketball, and I never hoop dreamed. I never. Everybody we came up with thought they was going to the league. Everybody that came to St. Pat's thought they was going to the league, or at the very least they thought they was going to play for Duke, play for some big time college or something like that. I never hoop dreamed. I knew I knew what level I was good enough for. I knew where it was going to stop and whatever. Maybe I sold myself short, but from coming up from Velsburg Middle, which we talked about, and all the studs we played with there, and there was a bunch of studs there. We didn't even talk about AAU, but you know what I mean, whether it was Road Runners or when we played for North Rams, you know what I mean, and all the studs we played with there. Our AAU team was freaking crazy. Like we put a freaking NBA lineup out there as far as hype. Stop playing. Stop screaming and stop. So we put an NBA lineup out there, and that jump was crazy or whatever. But
a lot of coaches I see that was around back then, they talked to me about that. They're like, yo, your AAU team was like the first team with like NBA size.
We put out 7 feet. 6'9", 6'8", 6'7", and then if they wanted to play if they wanted to put Mark at the point, which was a Mark wasn't going to pass that. But if they wanted to, they could have put nothing but 6'5" to 7 feet out there. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. You know what I mean? So again, playing behind all the studs there, high school.
He let you ball.
Yeah, he let you play. Yeah. So playing behind all that, I never experienced a chance playing basketball being the man. I never was the man. Not everybody was the man. At least at they public school. I mean, at they elementary. Man, I never experienced that. I was like, man, I can go because I was recruited by. I got recruited by Rutgers, Seton Hall. All the MAC schools, Georgia State, a bunch of them. You know what I mean? Like you just it was a bunch, and nothing out west, but up and down the East Coast. You know what I mean? A bunch of schools or whatever. I could have easily went to whatever, but I knew that I was gonna be sitting here going back and forth, competing for a spot. You know what I mean? There's going to be some guard on that team that's going to be taking shots. That's what it was in my mind. So I was like, all right. You know what I mean? I knew Qua was at Caldwell. Qua was like, asking me where I was going. I was like, I don't know. I'm probably going to end up going to Manhattan was heavy was real heavy. Manhattan to LIU was like probably 1 or 2, whatever. So I was like, probably one of those schools or whatever. And then he was like, yo, you should just come to Caldwell, whatever. And I was thinking, like, I'm not going to freaking Caldwell. Like why the hell would I go there? Like, I'm not going there. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. So I'm not going there. He was like, yo, it's a big man school. You know what I mean? Quabe was like, yo, it's a big man school. they're gonna make sure you get the ball. I was like, I don't know about all that. I said, but whatever. So the coach came to the school, whatever. My man Johnson, Dean Johnson, he's the assistant coach there, he's still there. And my head coach still there. And he, he was telling me he was running down the whole situation of the school. At that point, I still was like, I'm not coming to this school. Why would I come to the school? Whatever, you know what I mean? But he was like, does it sound good? I'm like, yeah, it sound good, but like, am I really gonna get the ball? He's like, listen, I guarantee you come there, you gonna be in the history books. Like you going like with your skills that you have based on how we play here. You're gonna be the man, this, that, and the other. So I'm like, all right. So when it came down to it, I'm like, all right, well, bump it. Like then a couple of like Brian ended up going to Caldwell, Gabe ended up going to Caldwell. So a bunch of people that I was good with ended up going there. So I said, well, damn. I was like, bump it. I might as well see what it is, whatever. Took a visit up there, whatever. And I was like, all right, fine, cool. I'll be a big fish in a small pond. I was like, at that point, I knew I wasn't going nowhere past college. I was like, at least in my mind, that's what I thought. Like, I didn't even think overseas or nothing like that. I'm like, I might as well, whatever. So I went there, you know what I mean, met with them, and I saw that they did have a tradition of big men. Their record books is all the big men got the points. You know what I mean? There's a couple guards spotted in there here and there, whatever, but it's like, all right, like they do feed the big men. Their offense is, hollow, big man on two big men on a, block, all that stuff. But even though I was athletic, I want to run, but I'm like, all right, well, damn, they're going to make sure you get the ball. So I was like, all right, well, you know what? This might be one of the chances I got to see how I'll be being a man, whatever, so I'll do it. And that was a big thing. That was the big thing. And also my grades, you know what I mean? I was like, well, I might as well just, you know what I mean, like go ahead, whatever. My grades is jacked up. I ain't gonna play first year, so I might as well not play, stay close to home, whatever. So that was my thought, whatever. So I ended up going there, and yeah, man. Once after my red shirt year, we started playing. Man, played with some good dudes, man. And I came to find out that it wasn't sweet though. I came to find out it wasn't sweet as I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? Like. It was some dudes
that played public schools and stuff around that way.
A lot of people who maybe just had bad grades, and maybe was messed up like this, like ended up getting in trouble. That ended up messing up their chance to go to different schools, play for these type of schools we was playing. So it wasn't sweet. I mean, don't get me wrong. The level was different. You know what I mean? And it was definitely a different level, but it just wasn't sweet, is what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I had to work. It wasn't easy or whatever. So, but like, man, there's some dudes I was playing with that was good, man. We had D1 transfers that you know what I mean, that always came down to that level, whatever. And
y'all went to the tournament, didn't y'all?
I got like our conference. We won our conference. Maybe 3 of the 4 years I was there. We went to the national tournament my junior year, and we got to the Sweet 16 or whatever. And yeah, man. You know what I mean? That college experience, you know what I mean? Even on that level was dope, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm still, real, my brothers from college, man, we tight to this day. You know what I mean? Dudes that I played with, whatever. And that joint, it was different, man. It was different, but like, I'm the school's all-time leader, the shot block leader. I definitely got over 1,000. I'm top 10 in scoring. Second all-time field goal percentage. You know what I mean? And I'm the worst free throw shooter of school's history. Yeah. Hey, listen. That jump was a brick, right? Hey, that jump was a brick. Hey, my coach made this statement to me. He said, you are the worst 1,000-point scorer we ever had. He said, you are the worst 1,000-point scorer we ever had here. You should be number one. You should be number one in the school history, but you left like 500 points out there. I was like, yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? But Yeah, I could have had like 18. Yeah, I left them points out there. Them free throws was bricks, bro. Them joints was bricks. But hey, man, like school was good though, man. School was good. So now all I do now that school's over, I knew I could have went overseas. I definitely had, you know, me and a link. I had a link to an agent. People that from my team that did that, whatever. I didn't want to. I just like, I'm good. I don't feel like going over there, being in some country I don't speak English, playing in some war, be playing in Bangladesh, trying to, you know, make some money that I can make here. You know what I mean? And no knock to anybody who took the overseas route and all that stuff, whatever, but I'm pretty sure I've made more money over the years than a lot of dudes who done that or whatever. So I have absolutely no problem. I'm okay not doing that and chasing hoop dreams. Like I wasn't a hoop dreamer. Like I knew what it was. I wasn't gonna go over there with the hopes that maybe I'll whatever. Like, no, if I can find me something, I'm doing that. And that's what I did, whatever. So now all I do, you know, talk a little sports joint on these social media networks or whatever. Post funny stuff, raise a family.
Yeah.
And that's it. Hey, Mark, why I gotta grow up, man? Listen, that just is what it is, brother. I know I made me so over the years. I made enough more than a lot of dudes out there that chase dreams for years. Not me. I wasn't gonna do that. No knock to those people though. No knock to them. You know what I mean? More power to them.
Hey, but I see your daughter got game though, man.
Yeah, man, she trying. She trying. I don't put too much on her. You know what I mean? But like, you know, we get out there. We try to, you know, practice some stuff. Speak of the devil, we get out there. We try to practice some stuff. You know what I mean? She played. Everything got shut down. You know what I mean? You know, the basketball this summer and all that stuff. But you know, she been playing AAU for the last 2 years. And you know what I mean? She getting better with it, man. She tall, she long, you know, she real long or whatever. And what I always tell her, I said, look, you getting a head start. I wish I started the time that you started. I wish I started playing ball. I wish I was being put in camps and AAU and all this stuff that I put her in, you know, starting from 4th grade, man. What? I wish. I wish.
Oh, they, you know what I mean? As long as they stay with it, they're gonna
Yeah. So like, you know, she'll be there, man. But like, yeah, man, that's all I do, man. Like, you know, shoot, man. I just wanted to, you know, I just be out here just debating on like who the greatest of all time and all that stuff, man.
Good for that.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen, but I don't know if we got time, but we can get into that. we can get into that, man. Shoot.
We're gonna have to double back on that one.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to make a whole segment of that, boy. I'm gonna hurt some feelings on that one right there.
Everybody want to join in on that one.
Shoot, boy. Jordan and all this BS people be coming up with.
Get everybody back together, man.
Yeah, man. Like, man. I know you've been traveling. You've been traveling the world these years, man. You don't stay still, man.
Right down 78, man.
You don't stay still out here, man. You in Kentucky now. I mean, I know you've been in Connecticut, the Chi, Indiana, Atlanta.